1 vote. Adelaide I. Perry, 2 votes. West Coast B. Cousins, 3 votes. Brisbane Lions versus St Kilda. Lions C. Johnson, 1 vote. Lions D. Bradshaw, 2 votes. Lions M. Voss, 3 votes.
Adelaide's 97-point win over St Kilda would trigger the biggest football story of the year. After watching his dual premiership hero Darren Jarman kick 6, St Kilda coach Malcolm Blight would be sacked by the club. After losing 7 of its last 8 games, Melbourne produced a thunderbolt, upsetting second-placed Carlton at Optus Oval. Walsh and Nicholson standouts for the Demons. Another shock at the MCG as Sydney, with Paul Kelly and Stewie Maxfield running riot, took care of highly fancied Hawthorn. Their 4th win over the Hawks in Melbourne in 20 years. The Bulldogs survived a torrid afternoon against the Fremantle Dockers. Nathan Brown and Paul Hudson were constantly on the attack. Eventually, the Doggies were home by 6 goals. Poor old Matty Richardson found goals hard to come by 2, as Richmond experienced the power of Port Adelaide at Football Park. Port with due starring by 44 points. The Kangaroos' forward line of Carey, Rocker and Pickett blitzed the Eagles at Subiaco. While Cousins starred for the West Coast, there were none better than the spectacular Pickett. For the 3rd week in a row, the boot of Daniel Bradshaw saw Brisbane home. 5 more goals, this time against Collingwood, and people were taking notice of Lee Matthews' men. An 8-goal second term by Geelong gave Essendon just the spur it needed in the final match of round 15. Lloyd with 6 saw the Bombers home in a tight encounter by 15 points. But the star was Jason Johnson.
Round 15, Carlton versus Melbourne. Carlton S. Silvani, 1 vote. Melbourne D. Ward, 2 votes. Melbourne P. Walsh, 3 votes. Hawthorn versus Sydney. Hawthorn S. Crawford, 1 vote. Sydney S. Maxfield, 2 votes. Sydney A. Goods, 3 votes. Western Bulldogs versus Fremantle. Fremantle A. Fletcher, 1 vote. Bulldogs N. Eagleton, 2 votes. Bulldogs L. Darcy, 3 votes. Port Adelaide versus Richmond. Port Adelaide S. Dew, 1 vote. Port Adelaide B. Montgomery, 2 votes. Port Adelaide W. Treadray, 3 votes. Collingwood versus Brisbane Lions. Lions D. Bradshaw, 1 vote. Lions S. Black, 2 votes. Lions B. Scott, 3 votes. Essendon versus Geelong. Essendon A. Ramanauskas, 1 vote. Essendon J. Mercedes, 2 votes. Essendon J. Johnson, 3 votes. St Kilda versus Adelaide. Adelaide D. Jarman, 1 vote. Adelaide S. Goodwin, 2 votes. Adelaide M. Bickley, 3 votes. West Coast versus Kangaroos. Kangaroos B. Pickett, 1 vote. Kangaroos M. Burton, 2 votes. Kangaroos B. Harvey, 3 votes.